Okay, we are recording now.
Perfect.
And Jordan, would you like to start with a prayer or?
Sure, I can definitely do that.
Okay.
Our dear Father in heaven, we are so grateful for this day, for all of our many blessings. At this time, we're grateful that we can meet as a group and discuss and learn together. Father, we ask that will bless us and that will inspire us. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Okay. So I have a quick question because I'm actually in a few of my classes we're starting groups this week, so I'm confused as to what group this one is. What class this is for?
It's for Business 301.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so, but I wasn't 100% sure. I get them all mixed up. I'm trying to learn which group is which at the moment.
No worries.
Okay, so what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to compare two companies in a similar field, and I was doing a little bit of preparation work for this. We don't have to use these companies, but the two companies that I was kind of researching was Caterpillar and John Deere. They are both farm implements, and they both transfer from farm agriculture to construction. So that's just what I was doing. We don't have to do those, but yeah.
I say we do just because I have no problem with it, and I think you've already researched it, so I think we can do those two companies.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Do you work on a farm, Jordan? Yeah, so farm background.
Yeah. Grew up and was raised on a farm, and so we ran both John Deere and Caterpillar. So that's
cool.
I like safe things. I like things I know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, should we jump over to question one, or should we kind of look over the financials of both and then jump over?
Well, I think we should talk a little bit about the financial aspect of it. I mean, I've looked at both of them, and so I'm ready for the questions.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we should all be on the same page.
Yeah, I'm looking over.
I'm pulling the Yahoo Finance thing up right now. Or did you check them out on the Yahoo Finance or the other website that we were using?
No,
Okay.
Sorry, this is dinner time. I'm starving.
Oh, no worries. I'm having trouble finding John Deere on Yahoo Finance. So did you just search John Deere?
Deere and something. Oh, what was it called?
I think it's just DE. That's all I put, DE, and then it came up.
Deere and Company?
Deere.
That one.
Deere.
Oh, okay.
That one. And once you find that one, Caterpillar is just CAT.
Yep.
That's the symbol of that one.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry. I'm in the clubhouse, and so there's a lot of people coming in and out.
Oh, you're good.
So it does say that only one person has to turn this in, but we still have to turn ours in. I didn't. Oh, I'm not sure the instructions. Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay.
So what I kind of understood from it, and please say I'm wrong on it, is that we have one for the group, and then we have our own individual ones of what we have decided. But I hope I'm wrong on that.
So since you hope you're wrong, I'm gonna say that's not how I understood it.
Yeah,
Yay.
I think you're
Yay.
right.
Yay. I love being wrong on this.
Yes, I think we all do the same 2 companies, and only one person turns it in from the group. Right? No. Oh, let me just read the instructions. Okay. All group members must contribute and participate, but only one group member will submit the final paper to the group case assignment folder.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and so then one person has to submit the video to the discussion board, and then one person, and then someone or the same person has to submit the actual paper itself. Correct?
Sounds like that's correct.
Yes.
Awesome. Yay! I love being wrong.
So then, Jordan, you'll submit to the thread. You'll submit the video since you are recording it, and then I can submit the paper. Yes.
That works for me.
Okay.
I mean, the video part's the easiest part of the whole thing. I'm not sure what she got me, but it is tasty.
Who's that? Your wife?
Yeah. We tried to come in during the prayer. Yeah. I kind of like her.
I'm glad.
Okay, so kind of what I have been seeing on the two sheets, the 2 income statements and the 2 budget sheets, is that John Deere is a much larger company than Caterpillar. Mainly because John Deere, yes, they work with agriculture, but I mean they have a clothing brand out there, while Caterpillar does not.
They don't?
Not really.
Okay.
Not very popular.
John.
They do, and they do have good quality stuff. I have a few of them. I love it.
So it looks like Cat has higher revenue
Yes, it does.
than John Deere.
And then
So
John Deere has more assets. That would have to mean John Deere has a lot more liabilities. Yeah, they have a lot more liabilities as well. Did we lose Alex?
Oh, I can't. Oh, I think we did. He's not there anymore.
Okay. He'll come back. He's a smart guy.
Yeah. What's the other website that we could use? Is it Moonlight?
I don't remember.
I don't. Let me check. There's.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, my boyfriend's here, so.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
No, I'm still here.
Hey, welcome back.
Sorry about that. My internet's been super spotty the last few days, so I just downloaded the app and put it up on my phone.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll make it better.
That works.
All right. I'm sorry about that. Did you guys start answering question 1 or anything, or were you waiting for me?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're just kind of looking at the information. We discussed how John Deere has a higher revenue of sales, but their net income is well into the negative.
Yeah.
While Caterpillar, the sales aren't as high, but there's revenue. John Deere has higher assets, higher liabilities than Caterpillar. And that's as far as we've gotten.
Okay. All right, so there's Caterpillar, here's John Deere. All right. So it looks like John Deere had some net income last year, and Caterpillar was negative 60,000, 67,000 for income last year. Change.
Well, John Deere does have net income. It's a lot of money.
What's that?
When John Deere does have net income, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. So it looks here in 2016 they pulled in $1.5 million in net income, right?
Where are you looking?
On the income statement at the bottom.
Well, the numbers for net income that I have are different.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Let me make sure I have
You're on the Yahoo Finance page?
Yeah, I am.
All right, so I'm looking at Deere and Company. It's the like symbol DE. And then Caterpillar Inc. for CAT.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird.
Sounds like you're looking. What do you have, Arlie?
Or Caterpillar?
Yeah.
Or DE. Wait. And income statement? Or which one, sorry?
Yeah, we were looking at the income statement. Our numbers are different.
Okay, Alex, I have no idea what's going on, but these are not the numbers I have.
What number?
I just pulled up Yahoo Finance, and you're right, and I have no idea what's going on. Whatever, we'll go with this. That's so weird. Anyways, yes, you're right. So John Deere has a revenue of 1.5 billion, technically.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no,
they're all in thousands. That makes so much more sense. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, how on earth did John Deere only do 26 million in total sales last year? 26 billion makes so much more sense.
Okay, well, those numbers are right. I have no idea what happened. Copy and paste on my John Deere. I apologize for that.
You're okay.
I apologize.
No worries. I'm just typing through this on the sheet.
Okay.
Okay, so the questions. Are we ready for those?
I'm ready.
If you were a lender, which of these two companies would you feel most comfortable lending money to? What do you guys think?
Here, let me look at the liabilities. So Cat has got that much. Yeah, John Deere at the end of last year made money. I feel like and Cat lost 67,000.
Million.
Yeah, million. Thank you.
Like 67,000. That's not bad at all. That's like a half a tractor.
I know. Sell that on Craigslist and make it up.
Wouldn't last long. I think a new tractor now is like $250K.
How much?
250,000.
Oh my goodness. Really?
Yeah. They're nice, though.
I'm guessing that's for like the really big, like huge farm equipment.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually worked for the church last summer on their church farm, and they have all the
really
new high stuff. They're fun.
Wow.
That is actually sweet. Okay, I've worked for a small construction company and used like Caterpillar excavators and like stuff like that, but nothing massive.
Hey.
I would love to try driving or using one of those giant pieces of equipment.
Are they hard to drive? I've always wanted to drive one of those.
If you can push a button, you can drive them.
Really?
Everything's self-driven.
No.
Oh, that's so cool.
I didn't even know that.
Now the Caterpillar tractors that we have on my farm, they were made long before any of us were a twinkle of the eye. Where before AC and radios even existed.
No.
Those, yeah, those are different to drive.
How do you drive those?
Talent. Anyways, so question number 2. Why are we choosing to lend money to John Deere instead of Caterpillar?
Well, let me pull out. It says show several ratios to back up your position.
Okay, so let's see. So backing up.
Let's pull up some of those ratios.
So their asset turnover for Deere is 0.46, and for cat is 1.74. I mean, sorry, it's 0.5. So then that would mean, wait, so then that would mean the cat.
Wait, on asset turnover, was it the higher number that was good or
The higher number.
the lower number?
Because that means that they have, they sell their, wait, I'm thinking the inventory. I think both are good if they're high.
Yeah, both are good if they're higher because asset turnover, I believe it's like how much money do you get per asset?
Yeah.
Right? And so we want a higher number. And so if John Deere, did you say it was like 0.6?
John Deere asset turnover is 0.46, and for cat is 0.5.
Oh, wow.
But in inventory, Deere is 5.14, and cat is 3.09. So then they have, so then John Deere has less inventory than cat, which means I would say they're probably better off selling they sell more of their equipment. So I think John Deere would be the one to lend money to.
I agree. So
I agree.
So we'll do
I
that.
say we use the that work with our decision.
True businessman.
Yes.
These don't help us, so we're just not even going to pay attention to those, but we'll focus on these. Sounds like doesn't sound like businessmen. Sounds like politicians. Okay, are we ready for question number 3?
Yes, I'm typing all this stuff. So
what is your primary concern as a lender? How has this influenced your choice of an analytical tools by which you judge the two companies? Well, my main concern as a lender is, am I going to get my money back?
Yeah. So where in the statement would it look like? Maybe as a lender, they've already got, John Deere's already got 12 billion in loans, or in short-term loans, and 24 billion in long-term loans. So as a lender, you might be hesitant, thinking, "Oh man, you already owe people $1 billion.
Is that the fire alarm?
Where does that put me in your back line?"
Right. Let's see how, and then with Caterpillar, balance sheet. Well, their total current liabilities is 26 million. And their total liabilities is 61 million, so 61 billion. So of course, between and how much did we say John Deere was?
They're what?
50. So for John, so between the two companies on current liabilities, John Deere is sitting at 19 billion, and Caterpillar is sitting at 26 billion.
Hmm.
And so for John Deere, as a lender, I'm like, okay, well, John Deere has less short-term debt, but their long-term debt and their long-term debt. So that's kind of what I was thinking with John Deere, is because both of their liability, both current and long-term liabilities are less than Caterpillar.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Arlie, the fire alarm's going off, and so she has us mute. So she has us muted.
Oh man, can you hear me chewing these chips? I'm
Arlie,
trying to be super quiet. So
can you still hear us, or okay?
yeah,
We're
I
good.
can still hear you.
We're good. Okay. Well, she's writing everything down. I want her to be able to hear us.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Are we ready to move on to question number 4? Yes. Okay. Question number 4. Is there anything else that might be worth considering that you do not have the data for? What do you think?
Anything that we don't have the data for? Their credit score. I don't know.
It's worth something, yeah. I would like to see what each individual market that they are in, like the revenue for each of them. Like,
yeah,
I want, like, for
and then
the
maybe what
agriculture
market they're
side.
looking for a loan.
Right, exactly. Like their agriculture side, or their construction side, or their apparel side. Like, and where is my money, revenue for all markets they own? Yeah. And so, like, and where is my money going to go? Is it, like, for Caterpillar, is it going to go into the apparel where it's just going to be sunk and I'm never going to see it again? Or is it going to go to the construction where most of the construction equipment out there is Caterpillar? So that's something I would like to see before I invest a whole lot.
Good idea. I like that. Sort of exactly where your money is going and what aspect of the company part of the company is doing.
All right, Arlie, are we ready for next one, or okay? Okay, if you were an investor, which of these two companies would you feel most comfortable buying stock in, assuming you can only buy one of them? Ooh. Well, I wouldn't buy stock in either of them because they don't pay out dividends.
I like that answer.
I'm greedy. What?
So let's see. Total stockholders' equity looks like it's gone up over the past 3 years in Caterpillar. Let's see the stockholders' equity here.
Well, looking at the stock price, I would probably invest in Caterpillar, price is
Yeah, it looks
cheaper.
like Caterpillar.
It's cheaper, and Caterpillar is increasing at a very good percentage, while John Deere kind of seems to almost be leveling off. So that's where I would invest my money.
Same. Just in the financial screen at the top, you can scroll up and see the stock.
Exactly.
And John Deere is down right now, and Cat is up.
So if I were to invest in stock, that's what I would do. Okay, let us know when we are ready for the next question. Okay, we are ready. Awesome. Okay. Why? We've already talked about that. Okay, 7th. What is your primary concern as an investor? How has that influenced your choice of analytical tools by which to judge two companies? Didn't we already answer that one? Oh, as an investor. First one was a lender, which, okay, so.
An investor versus a lender.
Well, an investor, I've mentioned before, my primary concern is dividends. I want dividends, but neither of them have that.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't invest in them.
There you go. I'll just write down in all of these. Currently not interested in lending or investing.
Probably not the best for this assignment.
Probably not.
Okay. So, oh, we should wait. She's gone.
So as a lender, or as an investor, I guess.
As an investor, I want to make sure the stock price is somewhat either constant or rising. Because I don't want to go and invest $10,000 in and then have it drop all of a sudden and only be worth $8,000.
I agree. Don't want it to be super volatile.
So I don't want it really, like, I don't want it shooting up really, really high, but I almost want kind of a steady increase or leveled out. I just want my money back.
Nice conservative approach.
Yeah.
I'm looking for like I don't know, I'm like looking on their thing to see like if there's a little bar graph for their stock prices.
Oh yeah, there is. It's right there on summary. Okay.
Oh,
it's right like
there
in
it
the
is.
middle of the page. You can get 1 day, 5 day, 1 month, 6 month, year to date, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year.
So let's see.
Well, see, the problem I see with John Deere is we are at a 10-year high, which anyone who's taken economics can say might hyperinflation. You put too much air in a bubble, it's going to pop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wouldn't choose John Deere. I mean, yeah, I would not invest and buy stock in John Deere.
What makes you think there's too much air in the bubble?
Well, if you look at it, we're at a 10-year high. Why now? Why are we higher now than we've been in the past 10 years? You look at Caterpillar. Yeah, we're high, but it's the exact same high, like almost the exact same high as the past recession and all that.
Yeah, it's closer to the average than a peak.
It's closer to the average high. Yeah, while John Deere, we're quite a bit higher than the past 10 years. So
I can see that. $100 in the past 10 years, and now all of a sudden it's at 113. Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. Between the two. It's actually at an all-time high ever.
Right. Okay, so are we ready to continue, or? Okay. The next question.
I was just gonna say, let us know if we're going too fast to Arlie.
Yeah, please let us know. Okay. Okay. The next question is there anything that might be worth considering that you do not have the data for? Yes. How many new stock issues have they issued in the past 10 years? Because I don't want to go and spend, let's say, $113 for stock for a certain amount of the company, and then have them go out and issue 4,000 more shares, and have the stock price drop, have my share in the company drop. So how much stock have they issued in the past 10 years? That's what I would like to know.
See if they're gonna deflate anything you've got.
Exactly. Granted, that would be more of a long-term investment, because if they do that, then they're either expanding or they have faith in the company or whatever. Yeah. I would also like to see how much stock have they bought back in the past 10 years.
You say buying back stock represents?
Well, buying back stock, it represents that they believe in themselves, that the stock prices are low, they want to get up higher, that the company is profitable. So how much stock have they bought back in the past 10 years? I want to know that.
Makes sense.
Arlie, you're not in a burning building, are you?
Okay, so the noise stopped. It's still flashing, but no, I don't know. I think somebody just pulled the thing on accident or something.
Okay, because the assignment is not worth it.
No.
Don't die.
No. I'm safe. There's no fires, there's no smoke, and everything's fine.
Okay. So is there anything else you two would like to know about the stocks that's not the information that's not given?
Something I added on here while you guys were talking, I wrote something about, as investors, I would want to know what, like, how far into the series of funding they got. Like, they went like fund series, I don't know, 1, 2, or 3, and then how much funding they received and what they did with those funds. So I think that's like, I'd like to know exactly how they're spending their money that they're receiving from investors.
It'd be interesting to see
I like
how other investors are when they look at the company, to see if they're skittish or if they're anxious to invest. I don't want to be the only one out of 1,000 that's interested in investing in this company, because obviously they're catching wind of something that I missed.
Are we ready to continue to the next one?
Yes.
Okay, so from the viewpoint of a CFO, Chief Financial Officer, which company do you feel is in better shape from the standpoint of a manager?
Keep in mind the industry in which you compete. Well, they pretty much compete for the most part in the same industries. So which one better? I'm going to pull back up the financial pieces.
What are you thinking?
It looks like Caterpillar spends a lot more on their selling and general administrative stuff, which takes a bigger chunk out of their gross profit. So, I don't know. I'm just, as a manager, I'd want to be a part of a company that had a positive net income at the end of the year. I feel as though a big company that has a negative net income at the end of the year, as a manager, my bosses would be like, all right, we're buttoning down, things are getting tight, we've got to make things flow better. It's from a point of CFO, which even more I'd want to be in the positive. But I mean,
see, that would mean that, of course, John Deere would be the better option, the better would be on a better stance. But if you look at Caterpillar, the year before, their net income was 2.5 billion. 2.4 billion.
And 2.4.
So either they invested and grew something, or they just a lot of money. So as a CFO, I'd have to see there.
Yeah, because Caterpillar has a bigger.
Even John Deere, as you look at it, okay, this year net income was 1.5 billion, but the year before that was 1.9 billion, 3.1 billion. So they're like steadily decreasing.
That's a good question.
No, I would think as like a CFO, you're worried about is going into the pockets. And what's the company's standings? Like, if you're out growing and expanding and investing, that's great. If you're in the red for a year, but like, they're constantly losing money. Well, why?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I'm just in college, but I think as the goal of a business is to either or more.
Yep.
What do you think, Harley?
What's that?
What do you think?
I think, yeah, that if I was a CFO, I would look at their, like you said, their net income and their gross profit and see what they have now. I know, because I think what we're getting, I would think about my pockets and what I'm getting at the end of the day. I know that sounds so bad, but
no, it doesn't.
But let's be real. We think about our families, we think about ourselves, and so I would want to be with a company that has higher net income or higher gross profit now.
I mean, how many people actually get to go to work for free because they enjoy it?
Not many. At the most.
I mean, I don't get paid, but that's just me. Well, so I'm looking at on the balance sheet for total assets. And so CAT is actually decreasing in total assets. A lot of that has to do with their inventory. Their inventory is decreasing, so the amount of total assets they have is decreasing. And so they're making, okay, except for this year, like the year before they made more money with less assets, less inventory, which makes sense. But John Deere, as you can see here, they have their assets are basically almost staying the same, and they're losing money. So I would figure out what's going on there as a CFO. Is it the sales team that are giving too much discounts? Like, I don't know. If your inventory decreases, you should be making more money. 2 + 2 should equal 4, and if it doesn't equal 4, then there's a problem.
Yep. Yeah, I see that.
Sorry, I'm like screenshotting this trend so I can put it on the.
Hey, the flashing lights are gone.
Yeah. Oh, finally! Oh my goodness, so loud. Here, my ears were ringing.
Okay, so are we good with that question, or do we keep going?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good? Okay. Okay. Is there anything else that might be worth considering that you do not have the data for? Well, I would think as a CFO, kind of like what we talked about it before, the individual markets. What's the revenue of the individual markets? Like, I want the balance sheets for the agriculture, the construction, the apparel, I want to know where we're losing the money in the individual markets. That's what I would want to know as a CFO.
Mm-hmm.
What do you two think?
I'd be curious to see their balance sheet and just their financial statements a few more years back. Not sure if I start digging, find them somewhere on the internet, but just right here on the first page, it's only back to 2014. It could be interesting to see. I know it might be reflected in their stock price, but we were talking about their assets and stuff like that. It'd be sort of see where everything is relative to maybe even 5-6 years ago versus just 3.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any noticeable trends.
Mm-hmm. I would also like to see, as the CFO, the number of sales for each individual model for the past 4 or 5 years. The model has been out that long. For example, like if the smaller backhoes are not selling very much at all, are we going to drop it or just kind of not make them very much?
Yeah.
Or if we're completely selling out of the big tractors, let's make more. Like, I know that has a lot to do with production and marketing, but as a CFO, I would want to know that.
Yeah, same. In their operating expenses, part of it's research and development. I'd be curious as to what they're researching and developing in regards to the markets they're in and their equipment that's selling well and poorly, and to either fix that if they're trying to come out with new products, if they're trying to revamp products that aren't selling that hot, or what exactly all that's going to.
Mm-hmm.
So some specifics on that would be good from a CFO standpoint.
So, well, those are all the questions. I think we've had some good.
Yes, they are.
I think we've had some good ideas and great discussions. I learned a lot of things that I would do as a CFO that I didn't think before, or as an investor or a lender.
Yeah, I think we bounced some good ideas off of each other. It's good to see what other people think, because generally people aren't always looking through the same eyes as you, and they have different ideas.
And that's the best. Like, that's where you really learn, when you look at somebody else's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen that.
I
Have you
agree.
seen the show Big Hero 6?
Yeah.
Where the big brother picks up his younger brother upside down and says, "Look at it from a different point of view," or something like that. That's the best thing that you. I have kids. I take life lessons from their shows because I don't watch any for myself.
Yeah. No, that's a funny way of putting it, but it's right.
Okay. Well, Arlie, do we have everything? Looks like you're kind of having some computer difficulties. I don't know.
Looks like Arlie's in the call now twice. Does that show it
Yeah.
like that for you?
Yeah. And so I think we're good. If she, I'll message her after this, because if she has if she didn't hear our responses for the last question, I can just tell her what we all said. So, or you could do that,
Okay.
and then would you mind doing that? So then I can post a video.
No, I can do that.
Yeah, just ask her if she heard everything what we were saying for the
Mhm.
last question, just to make sure we're good. So she can get that submitted, I can get the video submitted, and we can be done.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Because I'm tired, and we've been going for like an hour. So
Yeah, I think we're good. I'll do that. I'll wait and see if she's got everything, and I'll message her to make sure
excellent.
if she doesn't pop up on the video feed soon.
And now we're down to only one early. Cool. Well, all right, man.
All right, sounds good.